Development directors and managers, are you participating in Giving Tuesday this year? Are you still contemplating what that looks like? Giving Tuesday is a global day of giving and refers to the Tuesday following Thanksgiving in the U.S. As you know, the day celebrates and promotes giving using social media during the most charitable time of year in our country, the end of the year. Now, there are pros and cons to participating in Giving Tuesday. I hear success stories and it's not worth it stories. Hi there, I'm Nancy Reeves, your fundraising coach. Before I continue, make sure you subscribe to my weekly insights by clicking the description here. When there are more fundraising tips and strategies, you won't miss out. Okay, let's talk Giving Tuesday. It's important to know the pros and cons of participating in Giving Tuesday. This will help you decide whether your organization should spend time planning and participating. Let's look at the pros and cons. The advantages of participating in Giving Tuesday are: number one, Giving Tuesday is an excellent opportunity for public relations. It's an opportunity for your nonprofit to go live on social media and tell your story of impact. One of the best ways to tell your stories of making a difference is to interview someone who has benefited from your program, or interview a donor, a board member, or the chair of one of your most successful programs. A second advantage of participating in Giving Tuesday is it's a perfect time to engage your volunteer base. Do you have a super active and loyal volunteer base? If so, consider getting your volunteer leaders to plan an email campaign. Peer-to-peer giving can be highly successful when you get your volunteers involved. Have your volunteers set up fundraisers on Facebook and encourage them to reach a specific goal. Be sure to provide them, though, with good content to post on social media. A third reason to participate is Facebook allows you to download reports of the names of donors, amounts donated, and what program was supported. That's good information. Now, occasionally, the donor will provide an email address. We'll come back to this one. A fourth reason to participate is to use Giving Tuesday for your board members to call donors and say thank you. You may want to provide them with a script that says something like this: today is Giving Tuesday, and instead of asking you to give, we're giving you a call to say thank you because you've made a huge difference in our organization this year. Thank you for being such a loyal supporter. Something like that. Often donors will be prompted to make additional gifts on this day. And last, use Giving Tuesday to kick off your year-end appeal. This year, Giving Tuesday is December 3rd. Use that day in a big way to kick off your end-of-year giving promotion. Our charitable giving season is in full swing in December. Okay, so there are downsides to participating in Giving Tuesday. Let's take a quick look at these. Number one, Facebook makes organizations feel like they're missing out on a fundraising opportunity. If you don't participate, no worries. Focus your attention elsewhere and on areas that you know will yield greater results. Number two, don't get your hopes up for the Facebook matching funds. In 2018, the Facebook match was met within a few seconds. Number three, Facebook donors may be donating because they are friends of a volunteer, a family member, or honoring someone, for example. If so, they are not likely a sustained donor. They're not likely someone moved by the mission of your organization or wants more information. Number four, Facebook does not provide contact information for donors. If you don't have the donor contact information, you have little opportunity to steward or cultivate the donor. However, a solution is recruiting your volunteers to contact donors on Facebook through Messenger to ask for their email address. And number five, last, there is too much competition for the dollar, and your story gets lost on this day. Consider doing a different day to do a big push for year-end giving. At the foundation, we would focus our year-end efforts heavily from December 26th to the 31st. In summary, if you are a small or mid-sized organization, you likely don't have buku-doodles of time or an army to run the Giving Tuesday campaign. Ask yourself, do we have the time to participate in Giving Tuesday? Can we make it simple? And do we have a good volunteer base to help? If you answered yes to all three questions, then get your plan in place and get moving. If you decide not to participate, don't feel guilty. Focus your attention during this time of the year where you get the biggest bang for your efforts. I help overwhelm leaders of nonprofits by providing roadmaps to raising more money through major gifts. If you don't have my fundraising plan yet, go right now to get started. Go to fundraisingmaximize.com, look for the bright green button. You'll see my free Major Gift Fundraising Plan. It's a template that will guide you and keep you focused on the fundraising process. Again, to grab my template, go to fundraisingmaximize.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.